What's up, everybody? Kirby here, and today I'll be doing a movie review. And today I'm going to be doing a movie review on a movie that I have been really wanting to review on this channel, especially ever since I started making videos since November of 2022. And now I'm after that long wait, I'm now finally going to review it here on my channel. And this movie is actually one of my favorite movies, so how can I not review this one on my channel? So today, I'll be reviewing the 1989 comedy, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So the plot for Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is, it's about these two best friends named Bill, played by Alex Winter, and Ted, played by Keanu Reeves, and they're both best friends, and they're both hard rock dudes. And they even have their own hard rock band called Wild Stallions. But basically, what the plot is, Bill and Ted have to go to school, and of course they go to history class. And when their teacher was asking Bill and Ted questions about historical people, like, you know, who was Joan of Arc or who was Napoleon Bonaparte, but Bill and Ted both did not have much knowledge whatsoever on these people, so they just ended up guessing. And then after class, the teacher explains to Bill and Ted that they're failing, and like, he explains to them that if they keep failing, they might have to, you know, like, start all over again. And then when Bill and Ted come home, Ted's dad hears about this, and he tells Ted that he'll send him to military school if he fails history, which could also mean that it could be the end of Wild Stallions. But then later, Bill and Ted meet this really cool guy named Rufus, played by George Carlin, and they introduce Bill and Ted to this phone booth time machine, where they get in the time machine, and that's where they will go back to the past to meet any like famous historical icon that Bill and Ted need to do a report about as soon as possible. And then, of course, they bring those historical figures along them to the journey. Like, of course, they bring Napoleon, Joan of Arc, Sigmund Freud, even Abraham Lincoln, and Socrates. Or is it Socrates or Socrates? Yeah, I can't really pronounce that name. And even Billy the Kid. And their journey actually became a pretty good success until, of course, like, you know, Bill and Ted, along with the historical figures, went to the mall. But Bill and Ted only wanted them to stay in the mall just so they could look for Napoleon. However, when Bill and Ted found Napoleon, it was kind of too late, because, of course, the whole historical icons had nothing to do with the mall, and they were basically fooling around, and of course they later got arrested. And of course, Bill and Ted freed them from jail, and and of course their presentation becomes a success, and Ted did not end up in military school after all, and that's basically what the whole plot of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is. So my opinion on this movie, like, I think a lot of you are going to know the answer, and yes, it is indeed the answer. Like, words actually cannot describe how much I really love this movie right there. It has a really fantastic plot, and the characters are absolutely amazing, and even the writing is really well done. And I thought Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves do a really good job playing Bill and Ted, and of course their performances as Bill and Ted still hold up to this day, as well as George Carlin's performance as Rufus, and of course, rest in peace, George Carlin. And the movie's also really funny too. And I gotta say, the funniest part of the movie is the part where Napoleon is at that ice cream place, and when he eats up the whole ice cream, the ice cream employees sing that Siggy Piggy, and basically give Napoleon this like Siggy Piggy badge thing since he ate up the whole ice cream bowl. There's another really funny part, and it is kind of inappropriate, but it's also still funny. It's the scene where Napoleon was at the bowling place, and he was going to knock down all the bowling pins. However, the bowling ball did not knock one single pin, and this resulted in Napoleon losing his cool and throwing a big fit at the bowling alley, and he shouts that bad word, which I'm not really going to say it because it's a bad word, and I kind of want my channel to be bad word free on my channel. But I mean, if you watch the scene, I think some of you might know what I'm talking about. And yeah, that scene's pretty funny, and it never gets old. It's very priceless. And the music is pretty good too, and even has a pretty good soundtrack, I'm actually not gonna lie. And throughout all of the characters, it's just the only character I really did not like at all was Ted's dad. I will admit though, at least Ted's dad kind of did improve in the second film, which of course I'll give my thoughts on the second one, which is of course called Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. So yeah, overall, I pretty much have nothing else to say about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I mean, if you love 80s movies, and if you especially love comedies, then you really need to check out Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It's definitely worth checking out. It's a really awesome movie. It's one of my favorite movies, and even one of my favorite movies from the 80s decade. Yeah, Bill and Ted is such an excellent movie. Really, I mean really excellent movie. So, for my final rating, I'm actually going to give Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure a 10 out of 10 stars. I really loved this movie to death, and I still do to this day. Thank you all for watching and listening to my review on Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is me saying, peace out.